Hi student friends, I am presenting my new series of videos on second unit partial differentiation. I will present the videos on the following topics. Point number 1, partial derivatives of first and higher orders. My second video will be on total derivatives. Third, on Euler's theorem on homogeneous function. Fourth, change of independent variables. First of all, I will explain the basic difference between ordinary derivative and second, partial derivative. Okay. To explain the basic difference, first of all, I will try to define the term derivative. For that, let us consider y as function of x. Here we have two types of variable. Y is known as the dependent variable which depends on x. That's why x is called as independent variable. Therefore, here y is dependent variable which is function of only one independent variable. Then whatever the derivatives we are getting, that derivative we are writing like this, dy by dx. This type of derivative is called or known as ordinary derivative. What is the meaning of derivative? Here we are finding the change in variable y with respect to change in x. That rate of change of one variable with respect to change in the other variable, that rate of change is nothing but the derivative. Therefore, once again I will repeat, if it is a function of only one independent variable, whatever the derivatives we are getting, we are finding, that type of derivatives are called as ordinary derivative. For example, we take the example from real life. If x is the displacement of a moving particle in time t, then change in x with respect to change in time t, that rate of change is nothing but velocity. Therefore, this is the example of ordinary derivative. And one more example, if we find the change in velocity with respect to change in time, that rate of change is called as acceleration. This is, we can write as a second order derivative as d2x by dt square. Therefore, these two are the example of ordinary derivative from a real life or day-to-day life. Then I will go for the second type of derivative. For that, I will consider the function z, which is a function of two independent variable. Therefore, here z is a dependent variable, and here this x and y are two independent variable. Therefore, what is the basic difference between this type of example and this type of function? Here it is function of only one independent variable, and here it is function of more than one. Whenever it is function of more than one variable, whatever the derivatives we are obtaining, that derivatives are called as partial derivatives, and we read it as dou z by dou x. Means what? Change in x with respect to change in z with respect to change in x, keeping y constant. This type of derivative is called as partial derivative. Or we can find change in z with respect to change in y at this time, keeping x constant. Therefore, this type of derivatives are partial derivatives, and this type of derivatives are called ordinary derivative. Ordinary derivative operator for ordinary derivative is d by dx, and the operator for partial derivative is dou by dou x, or here it is dou by dou y. Therefore, this is the basic difference between these two types of derivative. Therefore, make this point very, very clear when we have to go for ordinary derivative and when we have to go for partial derivative. Once again, I will repeat. If it is a function of one variable, one independent variable, then go for ordinary derivatives. And if it is a function of more than one independent variable, go for partial derivatives. We have to obtain partial derivatives. I always used to explain this concept by one example from physics. This equation is PV is equals to nRT. P stands for pressure, V stands for volume, N and R are constant, and T represent the temperature. Therefore, we can rewrite this equation in three different forms. I can solve it for P. We get P as nRT by V. Then if we solve it for V, we get nRT by P, and if we solve it for T, we get PV divided by nR. Then we can write this in terms of the equation or in terms of the function. Therefore, P I can write as a function of two independent variables. What are that two independent variables? T and V. Means here it is a function of temperature and volume. Here V is a function of T and P, temperature and pressure, and here T is a function of P and V, pressure and volume. Okay, therefore all these are the examples of the function where it is like dependent variable is a function of more than one independent variable. Every is a function of two independent variables. And as it is a function of two independent variables, whatever the derivatives we are obtaining or finding, all the derivatives are partial type. Therefore, I can find change in P with respect to change in T, keeping volume constant. Or we can find change in P with respect to change in volume. This time we are keeping temperature constant. Okay. For this, we can find change in V, volume, with respect to change in temperature, keeping pressure as a constant. Or we can find change in volume, keeping change in V with respect to change in P, keeping temperature constant. This type of derivatives are partial derivatives, or these are known as the partial derivatives. Therefore, is it clear what is the basic difference between ordinary and partial? Once again I will repeat. Whenever it is function of only one independent variable, we go for ordinary derivatives, and whenever it is a function of more than one independent variable, like this, we go for partial derivatives. Okay. Then whatever the rules we are using for our ordinary derivative, the same rules are applicable as it is for partial derivatives. Means that a rule of product rule, or rule for finding derivatives of quotient, and all the standard results of ordinary derivatives are used as it is while finding the partial derivative. To see how we can find the partial derivatives when it is a function of addition of two terms. Second case, how we can obtain the partial derivatives when it is a product of two terms. Or third case, when it is in the form of quotient or in the form of division, how we can obtain the partial derivatives. Before going to explain these three different cases, I will explain how we can obtain the partial derivatives by this simple example. Let z is equals to x cube plus y cube minus 4xy. Then the question is, find dou z by dou x, find dou z by dou y, find dou 2z by dou x square, find dou 2z by dou y square, find dou 2z by dou x dou y, and dou 2z by dou y dou x. Totals 6 derivatives we require to obtain. Solution. Here given is z as a function of how many variables? Two independent variables, and that two independent variables are x and y. Therefore, it is x cube plus y cube minus 4xy. Then this z is the dependent variable which depends on these two independent variables x and y. And as it is a function of more than one independent variable, whatever the derivatives we require to obtain, all are of partial type. If this point is clear, then I will show how we can perform the calculation for all this. Here it is required derivative of z with respect to x, and for that we have to, if you call this equation 1, differentiating 1 with respect to x, keeping y constant. Therefore, it is dou by dou x, that is the operator of partial derivative of z, and partial derivative of the right hand side term, it is dou by dou x of x cube y cube minus 4xy. Okay, this is the operator of partial derivative. When we operate on this function, it becomes dou z by dou x, and that is equals to, we have to differentiate each and every term with respect to x. Therefore, derivative of x cube, by the standard result of derivative, it is 3x square n into x raised to n minus 1, by that standard result. Then y is a constant term with respect to x, and the derivative of constant term is 0. Okay, then minus derivative of this last term with respect to x. With respect to x, whatever the remaining term, we have to consider as constant term. Therefore, 4 is constant, y is also constant. That constant term I will take it outside, and derivative of x with respect to x, and derivative of x with respect to x is 1. Okay, and therefore we get that value as 3x square minus 4y. That is the result for the first. Then we require to find dou z by dou y. Dou z by dou y means differentiating z with respect to y, operator dou by dou y. Therefore, it is the derivative of right hand side term. What is the right hand side term? X cube plus y cube minus 4xy. It means we have to differentiate each and every term with respect to y, keeping x as constant term. Therefore, as this is a constant term with respect to y, its derivative is 0. Then differentiate y cube with respect to y, its derivative is 3y square n x raised to n minus 1. I am using this result, d by dx of x raised to n is n x raised to n minus 1. What is n here? N is 3, x means here y, and raised to n minus 1, 3 minus 1, we get 2. Therefore, all that standard results of derivative are applicable as it is. Then differentiate this third term with respect to y, keeping this x as constant. Therefore, constant term 4 is constant, x is constant. I will take it outside. Then whatever the remaining term y, differentiate that y with respect to y. Derivative of y with respect to y is 1, and therefore the result is 3y square minus 4x. Okay, equation 2, equation 3. Okay, we get the result for this. Then we require to find second order derivatives. Second order derivative of z with respect to x, and for that we have to differentiate this result number 2 again with respect to x, and that we can write symbolically dou by dou x of dou z by dou x. Means what? When you operate this operator on this term, we get dou 2z by dou x square, and that is equals to take the derivative of this with respect to x on the right hand side. Therefore symbolically it is dou by dou x of 3x square minus 4y. Okay, and therefore it is equals to differentiating each and every term with respect to x, keeping y constant. Therefore the derivative of this term by standard result 3 to the 6 x raised to 2 minus 1, we get 1, means 6x, and this is a constant term, therefore its derivative is 0, and we get the value as 6x. Equation 4th. Okay. Then we find out this next one, dou 2z by dou y square. Nothing but we have to differentiate this result number 3 again with respect to y. Therefore it is dou by dou y of dou z by dou y, and it is equals to dou by dou y of right hand side term of equation 3, and that right hand side term is 3y square minus 4x, and therefore when you operate on this we get this as dou 2z by dou y square, and that is equals to differentiating each and every term with respect to y, and this time we have to keep x as constant. Therefore the derivative of this 3y square is 3 to the 6 y raised to 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 is 1, means 6y, and minus derivative of this constant term is 0. Therefore we get that result as 6y. Equation number 5th. Okay, we have obtained this. Then we require to find dou 2z by dou x dou y. We go from right to left to decide the order. What it means? We have to differentiate first with respect to y, and then whatever the result, we have to differentiate it with respect to x. Therefore, to obtain this, I will differentiate result number 3 with respect to x. Therefore, differentiating 3 with respect to x. How we write symbolically? It is dou by dou x of dou z by dou y. And same on right hand side also, its derivative with respect to x okay. Therefore when you operate on this term becomes dou 2z by dou x dou y, and that is equals to differentiating each and every term with respect to x. This time we have to keep y as a constant term. Therefore as y is constant term, its derivative with respect to x is 0, minus derivative of this 4x with respect to x, I will take constant term outside, 4 I will take outside, and derivative of x with respect to x is 1, and therefore that value is minus 4. Equation 6. Okay. We require to find dou 2z by dou y dou x. To decide the order, we go from right to left. Here it is differentiated first with respect to x and then with respect to y. Therefore, this is the derivative of z with respect to x. Equation 2. I will differentiate equation 2 with respect to y. Symbolically it is dou by dou y of dou z by dou x and it is equals to dou by dou y of the right hand side term. What is the right hand side term? It is 3x square minus 4y. When you operate, it becomes dou 2z by dou y dou x, and that is equals to differentiating all the terms with respect to y, keeping x constant. Therefore, as x is constant, its derivative with respect to y is 0. Differentiate this with respect to y, minus 4 constant term outside, and derivative of y with respect to y is 1, and therefore we get the value as minus 4. Equation number 7. Okay. Therefore, if you observe these two values from equation 6 and equation 7, the right hand side is same. This gives you the property of partial derivatives. Dou 2z by dou x dou y is always equals to dou 2z by dou y dou x. Means what? Whether you differentiate first with respect to y and then with respect to x, or first differentiate with respect to x and then with respect to y, we are getting the same value. Therefore, order is immaterial while finding second order derivatives like this. Therefore, from this example, I have made it clear how we can obtain the partial derivatives of first order or higher order. Here higher order means of order 2, second order.